Hello and welcome. This is FIDE Master Vedant Goswami. Today we are going to see a very interesting calculation exercise. And this position was created by Del Rio in the 17th century. It is always amazing me that, how rich is the history of chess and how even, few centuries earlier, uh, mankind had reached a position where they were creating such beautiful compositions. So this is amazing and really important also to see the history of chess, to be aware of the legendary composers of the past. So now this is a very interesting position, and I challenge you to try to solve it first on your own, and I give you a challenge of doing it in 5 minutes. It looks very simple, but there are some calculation exercises. There are some basic motifs of attack and defense which have to be taken care of. So, if you really want to improve your calculation, stop the video here and take some time before you arrive on a conclusion or you see you have solved the combination. Okay, so once you have done that, we will see how we can approach this combination. So a lot of time I see people start with this very simple move, bishop c6, and the idea is if you take, then queen can take and it is a checkmate. So it's a very simple idea, but lot of my students don't figure out that after bishop c6, there's a very simple defense of rook b8. So chess is a game of attack and defense. White is creating an attack on the b7 square. Black is going to defend it. It is all very logical, but it is important to find out the defenses. Okay, so this doesn't work. So white can continue with, let us say, bishop b7 and then create a pin again. But queen c8 is again a defense, which is very adequate. Okay, so there is no direct winning continuation for white. So we'll go back. So once this does not work, I see a lot of people trying queen c6 also, again with the very simple idea. Same if pawn takes and bishop c6 is a checkmate. But again, as we see in the last variation, taking the queen is of course not forced and rook b8 is defense, which white has to consider. Okay, and after rook b8, in fact, there is no direct way to continue for white. So this is also not the thing. Now, it is important that white is able to attack with all the pieces. Okay, so we tried the sacrifices on c6. Now we'll try the sacrifices on a6, starting with the queen first. So queen a6 again is an idea where pawn takes and then there's a checkmate on c6, right? So this is an idea. Again, we will have this defensive attempt by black, which is rook b8. And now we can pile on the weakness on b7 with the move bishop to c6, forcing black to make the only move, queen c8. And this is a very interesting moment because a lot of time I see people try some breakthroughs, let us say rook b7. Here, black has a very interesting counter chance, and it is shocking for most of the students. It is queen h3 is a mate. So while you are paying all your attention to the attack, this sudden checkmate. So it is quite shocking to a lot of my students. And after bishop c6, queen c8. Now it's a very interesting moment. And even after reaching here, which is kind of the correct solution, correct continuation up till here, lot of people are not able to figure out because there's a small twist in the tail. The last two moves of the combination are not related to the first two. Okay, so this is slightly tricky. White can, of course, capture here, but again, because of queen h3 and queen c6, black comes out of this completely fine. So this is also not working. Now, again, I will ask you to take a minute or to pause the video here and see if you can find the solution. If you have done that, the move is queen into a7. Now, suddenly, because of all those attacks on b7, the black king was trapped by his own pieces, and white breaks through with this beautiful sacrifice on a7 and the resulting checkmate on a1. Right? King cannot go to b6 because of the pawn, and it's a beautiful smothered checkmate. So, very interesting calculation exercise. You try many things. You try attacks in many different ways, in many different move orders. And then to add to all the drama, there is a twist in the tale. The last move is kind of unrelated to the other two moves, making this exercise quite interesting to solve and learn about. Okay, I hope you found it interesting. If you did, do like the video, share your comments about how did you like it, and do consider subscribing. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.